Hey everyone, welcome to the Delphi Weekly Trading Recap. Before I get started on just another amazing week we've had here at Delphi for our community, please, if you can, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, the like button, please follow us. It's only going to help us grow faster, which will give us, a faster outreach to traders out there that we could help grow their accounts like we're doing with our community right now. So if you can, please do that. Thank you. So we've said this before here at Delphi. We are not just about a trading signal. Okay. The Delphi signal is an amazing tool. We do get a lot of our trades from the Delphi signal, which I believe is near 80% win rate. But that's not what we're all about here, okay? We're not just about a trading tool or a trading signal. We do the majority of our amazing work in what we call the Delphi room, okay, which is our Discord channel, where we post all our amazing content, charts, which I'll get to, our trades, UOA, all that stuff for our community. So, the true value is not only in the Delphi signal itself, but also in our community and what we're doing in our Delphi room. So going there right now, this is the Discord channel. I am in the Delphi chart section where we do a lot of amazing analysis on indexes, different charts, maybe UOA that comes through. And, we do a lot of forecasts on the indexes up and down. So one of these great calls that we just did recently here on the 14th of March was that we were looking for a bounce in the indexes. You can see here, SPY cycle bottom from last time is today. So we'll be interested to see what happens from here on out. But any bounce has many hurdles to get over. So while we do think we could still be in some pain longer term in the indexes, doesn't mean that the indexes can't bounce. And it doesn't mean that we can take advantage of that. So on the 14th, we were looking for a bottom. Now we could have been that day or, in this general area, we're looking for not necessarily a bottom, but a bounce. Okay. And we can see here in the past, we've made some amazing calls. We called this reversal here in the SPY. We nailed this crash call here just recently on the 20th of literally to the day. We absolutely crushed a lot of put positions, index and stocks, going off of this sell-off call here that we did. So now, we made this call here looking for a short-term bottom in the indexes on the 14th. And if I scroll down lower, okay, we have many charts here that we posted, Microsoft, the big names, NVDA, this NVDA pattern played out nicely. You can see here, I'll get to this a little bit down the road here, but we call this ABCD pattern in NVIDIA. We've called it twice now. And pay attention to the C here that we put in. We actually put this in back here, this possible ABCD pattern. But pay attention to that C because something very interesting happened there that I'll show you on the C. But, scrolling down lower here again, going through many charts. Here's the SPY. Okay, the very next day, look what happened here when we mentioned that cycle bottom. Literally, the SPY bounced the very next day. That's no words for that call that we made there, okay? And it didn't end there. This bounce actually made it up to 570. Okay, so literally that was a 20-point bounce in the SPY that we nailed on that call. Okay, again, nobody's doing what we're doing here at Delphi. I've been on many platforms. They are not just saying that because we are here, but nobody is doing what we're doing here. Okay, with the analysis, with our content. Okay, again, here's the SPY again. Look at what happened here. Just showing you where it got to that 570. mark. Okay, literally a 2-day bounce in the SPY caught a 20-point move. Okay, and why is that important? Because we took some call positions. Okay, that will show you one off the Delphi Signal, one and some others off EOA and Tesla, to take advantage of this bounce. This is why it's very important to look at the indexes for an idea where they might go up or down. Obviously, if the indexes are going to go up, you're going to want to look for more call positions and vice versa, like we did back here on the crash. We had many put positions, 0 call positions to take advantage of that this recent crash. Okay, and again, looking at many other ones here. Here's the NVIDIA pivot soon, which I'll get to maybe a little bit here, down here. Again, many other charts we're posting here. We're posting the 10-year. We post the chart on the dollar. Okay, and just scrolling down here, look at what happened here. Remember, I mentioned look at that C pivot. Okay, remember, that was the chart we looked at was down here. And lo and behold, what happened? NVIDIA pivoted right at that C, literally almost to the penny. We can see that NVIDIA started to pivot lower. Okay, simply incredible stuff we're doing here at Delphi, calling forecasts on charts before they even happen, right? So yeah, we're just doing amazing things here. Scrolling down, I'm going to get to a Tesla chart that got us in some calls. We already took some profits on that in literally a day. So we keep scrolling down here. Once we get to Tesla here, playing the possible double bottom on Tesla. This is when we took a trade on Tesla calls here. Again, we already cashed out half of the position here, up 50, very close to 50%. But you can see what we did here. We were looking for this W double bottom bounce on Tesla, and it's already started to take hold here. So we did see some UOA, which I'll get to, but we did take a trade on Tesla that we are still in. So again, we're doing some amazing stuff here. And before I get to the week in review, shout out to Leviathan, who it just keeps crushing it. Okay, you can see this week he already had a couple day trades in the day trade channel that he took here. Continues to crush it. Had one here, 7.5%, and recently 15%. What's great about this, again, he's posting these before he takes the trade, and then he posts a screenshot of the trade that he's taking. Okay, he takes all his trades, as we all do here. Okay, and what's great, look at this. He posted the trade at 7:32 a.m. and literally a little over 10 minutes later, it was 15%. Okay, so amazing stuff here with that he's doing, and he's also doing crypto trades, which he just absolutely crushes. I mean, we can see these trades that he's doing here: 20%, 51%, rocket ship, right? 4%, 1730. So again, he's doing some amazing things here. It's not just about the Delphi Signal trades. It's UOA, it's day trades, it's crypto. Nobody's doing what we do here. So if I go to the week in review here, this is where, again, we post all our stuff. And we could see last week, again, we did 65%. Now, I need to say this because, people say, how do you do these percentages? So this percentage is off of a 10K starter account that you can see here. We post this all the time, okay? So what does that mean? That means when we started with a $10,000 account. Now this $10,000 account is roughly up 6x over 60K. So what does that mean? That means when you start off trading, okay, you always have a certain amount you're going to allocate. We allocate 2 to 5% here. That's kind of what we teach, but everyone can allocate whatever they need to per their trade strategy, plan, and style, right? So when you start off on a 10K account at 5%, that means you're allocating $500 per trade. Okay. As your account grows, that $500 per trade grows. So when you're at 60K, that 5% is now $3,000 a trade. Okay. So this is how we grow our accounts here. Okay. And we can see this is how the percentages grow. So just wanted to clarify that for people wondering how we get these crazy percentages. The proof is in the pudding. All our trades are posted in the Discord. All our trades are journalized here that we show every week. And again, so this week, another amazing week. We did 14%. We went 3-0 in our trades. Again, one was from the Delphi Signal, one was from UOA, and then Tesla, which we'll show you as we get further down here. So again, another amazing week, another green week. We have yet to have a red losing week here since the beginning of the year. Okay, and again, we post our trades, we journalize them so we can see here. Here's the Tesla trade that we're still in. Okay, we cashed out some, close to 50% at 264. We got in at 175. ALK, a Delphi Signal trade that we got in. Literally, this was almost a day or a little over a day. We made over 60% on that trade. And ALIT was a UOA trade, made over 34%. So we went, doing some amazing things here at Delphi. Okay, so moving on, let's see what some UOA did in our channel. UOA again means unusual option activity. Okay, so we started off the week. SPRY came in. These were unusual. Never seen this name before. Didn't know what it was. This ended up being a biotech company that had earnings the next morning. You can see we post that. Okay, so nobody's doing this anywhere. There are platforms that post option flows that all they're doing is posting every option flow that's coming through, which is a lot. I mean, we look at those every day, we know, but nobody's parsing out the option flows. Nobody's going through all that option flow and posting the most unusual option activity. Okay, so we identified these SPRYs. We identified they had earnings, so we thought that was very unusual. Okay, and what happened the very next day? Earnings came out, and the stock went from $11.50 roughly to over $15 the very next day. We can see that pump on earnings. Okay, so of course, what did that mean for those calls? The calls exploded. Okay, we can see here what those did, right? The EOA was posted at $1.80. Those hit a high of $4.50. Okay, so simply incredible. All off of really just us identifying that UOA on SPRY. Okay, nobody's doing this. Nobody would have identified that and posted that to the community to take a trade or not. Okay, so again, a great example of what we're doing here at Delphi. Okay, and then here we are with the Tesla. Okay, now remember, we took a trade on Tesla the very same morning at almost the exact same time. We started to see some Tesla call activity. Again, here we are in our UOA channel. Okay, you could see here they came in, they started buying Tesla calls, right? These were for May. They bought the 330s. Literally the stock $100 lower. They went out and bought the 330s. Okay, we did not buy the 330s. We bought the 300s. Okay, we wanted to get a little bit closer to the strike. Okay, but you don't always have to follow the exact UOA. If you have a thesis like we did on Tesla for a bounce, you choose other options you may want to take. Okay, and then again, a little bit later, more Teslas came through. Okay, they bought these March 28th, 272.5 and 250s. Okay, we can see that. So this gave us more confluence on our trade. Okay, and you can see here, we did take the 3 tons for April, posted a trade in the non-signal trade channel to look at Tesla 310 calls for April. $1.75 to 180. And like we showed you, we got in those at $1.75. Okay. So, and then, we did update that trade as we always do in that channel, constantly updating the trades for the community. And again, we did trim our first trim at 264. Okay, roughly close to 50%. So this was an amazing trade. And literally the very next day. Okay, we do know people in our community took that. We'll get to the testimonials at the end. But again, this is what we do here at Delphi. But that was not the greatest UOA. And I mean, there's no words for what happened here. Simply incredible what happened with Apple on Friday. Okay, again, I'm recording this on the weekend. But you can see here, somebody came in literally 7 minutes after the market opened, and they bought these Apple 210 calls, 0 TTE. They expired the same day. Okay, now they were a little bit in the money, but to be honest, it didn't matter. You could have bought any kind of calls on top of where Apple was trading at 212.69. Okay, you can see here they bought almost 8,000 of these for 2.4 million. Now remember, these were 0 DTEs. Okay, so this was a pretty strong signal that somebody came in the morning looking for Apple to rally all day Friday. I mean, it's not like they're coming in at the end of the day. They have the whole day for this position to not work. Okay, so we posted this. Again, this was posted in the UOA channel. Very unusual that somebody came in and did this. And we even posted in our community, in our chat, some early small Apple calls hitting watch for manipulation there today. Okay. And again, literally 10 minutes later, Apple started to pump. Here comes the Apple manipulation. Okay. Look at what these did. Again, no words. Complete rocket ship. We posted those at 305. They got to a high of nearly $10. I mean, simply incredible what happened here, okay? So again, there's no words. These closed at 860. So even if you would have held onto these till the close, I mean, that is just incredible, crazy stuff that we're looking at here, okay? And again, our community, profited from this. Okay, if we look here, if I go to the chat before I get to the testimonials, look here. Okay, again, we posted the Apple, what happened with the Apple, and then Mark came in here. He had a bunch of calls off of the UOA. He had the 215s. He bought the 217s. He had the 215s. I mean, look at some of these: 15 cents to 360. The 217.5s went from 2 cents to $1.20. And here he is shouting out, great UOA. See that? Just incredible stuff. What we're doing here. The UOA confirmed his conviction on all his Apple calls that he gets absolutely crushed. So again, nobody's doing what we're doing or say it all the time. And I have to keep repeating it. Okay. And then again, if we go to the testimonials, look here, our community continues to crush it, following what we're doing here. Steven, shout out from the Tesla calls yesterday. He cashed out 35% overnight. So that was incredible. Invaluable Laws did the same thing here on Tesla. So again, this is why we do what we do here. Okay, just some amazing things at Delphi. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this weekly trading recap. Again, please, hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Just going to help get the word out to as many traders as we can. We're here for our community. We're here for you guys. Nothing makes us happier seeing the testimonials, seeing our community do well on all the content that we're putting out here. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you'd enjoyed it. And we will talk to you soon. Take care.